Hey guys, welcome to another Ordinary Men Who Fight Like Heroes podcast. I am Chris Fearing, and I'm joined at the table by...
DrunksNDragons?
And Aaron Bass.
I'm dying still slightly. It's a good thing I have fisherman's friends.
Fisherman's Friends.
Yeah, remember kids, this shit will kill your cough and taste awful. I'm not even gonna... just holding the box makes me...
bad.
But it's... When you have... I don't know. I'm just gonna hold the box and use it as a magical talisman. Keep from coughing.
Just for the folks at home, Justin's not been sick for about 3 weeks now. It's just that we record a lot of these.
You're giving away the secrets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If they know we record a month's worth 2 nights at like 2 o'clock in the morning, they're gonna be like, this is bullshit.
Bullshit, Grandpa.
Bullshit, Grandpa.
Well, it's time we sat down and had a talk with the kids
Yeah,
about
real
the
talk.
birds and the bees. And let them know what the truth was.
Bees pollinate flowers, and birds fly around and chirp in your fucking face.
I just see him right
in your
walking down the
face.
street, a bird just flutters down, gets right in your face, and
You ever heard a blue jay? You're like, oh wow, it's so pretty. Then he's like, meh, and you're like, oh,
Those
fucking
cat
leave.
birds around.
fucking leave.
Yeah.
Oh, and they go off. They go off like alarms. They're just constant. They're just like, meh, meh. Like all birds are autistic.
I think we already found the episode title.
oh my god.
All of them are autistic as fuck. Crunch of autumn leaves. And fucking autistic birds.
Autistic birds.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure you're not part bird?
On the bird spectrum,
God.
from 1 to bird, how autistic are you? I think we're gonna go to hell for this. Maybe not.
I am.
Just this?
Yeah, maybe not just for this, but
a special place in our hearts.
Holy shit.
Okay. Oh no, I have nowhere to go. I have no other lead-in outside of birds. Fuck you. But if you have something better to contribute,
magical
go.
Segway powers activate.
Yeah, Segway powers activate, and then someone in the break will mention something.
All right, what shows have we been watching? Throw that out there.
I actually just restarted Firefly.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have had the weirdest history with watching Firefly because I saw the pilot when it premiered back the night it happened back years ago, and
Holy shit.
When I watched it, my thoughts were, this is like Outlaw Star. This is bullshit. And that came from actually having watched Angel and Buffy beforehand and knowing who Joss Whedon was and everything. Still didn't give that show a chance. So yeah, I'm part of the problem. But
Well, that's fine. Outlaw Star is... Oh, God, that's one of my favorite animes.
yeah, it's a great anime.
It's so good.
Oh man, I don't even know if that's necessary, but just pretend. If you don't know what Firefly is, it's 13 episode long show that was canceled at the end of the first season by Fox. That's like a space western.
Yep, Space Cowboys. Space Mercs.
Yeah, Space Cowboys. It's
With a little bit
amazing.
of Asian flavor.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You guys should watch it. And then after that, there's a movie entitled Serenity, which is named after the main ship in the show. And that movie reminds us a bit more that it's more science fiction. That's because they go to a world and they do some other stuff.
They do some more kind of bigger budget things than the spaghetti western style.
Oh
of the
man,
show's done.
but it's a good show. It's a good movie. I saw the movie first. Can you believe that shit?
Wow. Yeah.
I can't even really believe that when I think back to it now. It's I saw the movie first.
Well, that was probably my next major experience. But I know I probably caught half an episode here and there off the Firefly between them. But then the next thing was 20 as well. And then from there, piecing together that show that I've really seen.
Yeah.
And I still had gaps. I don't think I actually saw all of the pilot because a lot of the stuff that I watched this episode was very new to me, or at least I didn't remember it. So, but it made a huge difference in how I felt about it.
But it's a good movie because even if you haven't seen the show, you're like, this movie's pretty cool.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then you're like, oh man, there's a whole show, and then you watch it again, and then you watch the whole show, then you watch the movie again, and you're like, Wow.
When you think about the movie and how in the first 5 minutes it does so much just to try and get the people up to speed, like it sends you through like three different people's perspectives in like 5 minutes as you go from Simon trying to break out River, to River trying to break out, to the operative trying to look at this thing, their memories. It's nuts that it even
And then
works.
you get to go to that fucking great tracking shot of Mal going through the entirety of the ship, running across every single crew member and getting that quick one-on-one, like, quick banter,
And
but giving that kind of character right there.
This is why you let this man do the Avengers. These movies directed by Joss Whedon, written by. He's the same guy in charge of our Avenger movie and Avengers stuff for Marvel. So if you liked Avengers and you're like, man, I wonder what else this director's done, then Door to Firefly is over that way. And then there's you could also go watch Buffy and Angel.
Man, you know what's weird was, it seems to me like there might have been a subcontext, I don't know if this is something I've just missed through the regular part of the show, that Kaylee and Inara had a relationship, or like Kaylee might have...
What?
Yeah, no, that's what I picked up on. I don't know if I'm just crazy or trying to like make it happen in my mind, but...
I think that's you kind of being like, kiss. I think that's you.
Maybe it is just me.
I got that kind of vibe as sisters. I don't know about like in a relationship.
They were just so familiar with each other at like the first time they see each other. They're just like, hey, oh hey, and it's like, oh, they know each other intimately.
Her fingers smell like her.
That's graphic.
She knows what she tastes like.
Somebody's been watching some Orange Is the New Black.
What?
Well, okay, maybe that's okay.
Okay, we figured out why Aaron wants Kaylee and Inara to have this relationship.
Maybe it is
because
because I
he's
was
been watching
that
women's
first.
prison shows.
I was
He's
watching
in Lesbians with Lesbians.
Queer as fuck. to toss that show back there.
As a nice segue, yeah, I was also watching and finished the second season of Orange Is the New Black. And
Is that show any good?
in the first season, I really like, and the character there's like 8 million different characters in that show. It's almost as bad as Game of Thrones, really, but they still manage to let you go, okay, I know who that person is, and they all have great personalities that are fun to kind of just see them interact with each other. And yeah, I think it's a good show. It's just that the second season kind of starts to stumble a little bit, and it's the main character. I can tell you, Chris, you're probably gonna hate. Like,
Okay, what is that?
Because she starts out okay, and she's like, oh, she's this kind of go-getter, do-gooder, kind of like, I'm always gonna be so annoying that everybody does the right thing until, like, or else I'm gonna piss them off. And she starts out in that mode, and she kind of is, has that about her. But she's also really self-centered. Like, and the show is kind of upfront about it, but she is also just, like, to the point where she just like is trying to get back with her ex all the time, and like trying to still be friends with her fiance, even though she's broken up with him and he's like cheated on her, this and that and this and that. But it's just
Jesus
ridiculous.
God. Well, I mean, there's always other shows. I mean, granted, they're not going to have such thick lesbian tension as the shows that you enjoy, but you've always got excellent shows like Dexter. Dexter's a good show.
There are parts of it that are great.
I mean, granted, it's hit or miss in later seasons, but just the overall story of like.
I really enjoyed season 2.
No, season 2 was really good.
Yeah.
Season 2 was really good.
I say I really enjoy season 2 because I have only watched like halfway through season 4. That's why.
Season 4 is the best season.
Yeah.
Season 5 is very close second. Season 6 is really bad. But, wait a minute. Yeah, no, they only did 6 seasons.
Really?
Yeah, they only did 6.
Yeah, I've only watched.
Did they, or are you just trolling us because season 7 is so bad it's not worth mentioning?
No, no, dude, we're talking about Dexter. They only did 6 seasons.
Alright.
And, like, I haven't even seen the final season of it yet. So, The last part I seen, Dexter was like, "Man, fucking Jesse, we've got this lab and we need to cook this meth," and or the dude from Revolution is gonna kill us, like he killed all those Mexicans. But yeah, that was actually a really kind of bad payoff. But
I haven't seen one episode of
Breaking Bad's really good. It's got a really good character, and I've liked Walter the entire time.
That's cool. There is a point, I will tell you right now, there is a point where he went from, okay, I can get behind this dude, alright, he's still doing some bad stuff, but I like him still, to, I fucking hate this guy and I want him dead. Like,
whoa!
Completely crossed the line in my book. Like, no,
really?
No, yeah. No.
Okay, I'm like I told you, I'm at the point where they've got that lab set up by Gus.
Uh-huh.
And they're still working in it.
Yeah.
And it's after Jesse's been kicked out, and he got that other lab assistant.
You're close to where
and they kicked the lab assistant out and got Jesse back.
Yeah, you're close.
Okay, so I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Okay. Because like his whole character progression, I can kind of see where he's coming from, and see what he's trying for, but he just gets caught up in all this shit. And his wife is like a raging bitch. She gets, granted, he kind of started this whole thing out, but she gets to the point where she is a raging bitch. And then Jesse, who just loves the word bitch.
The actor loves the word bitch.
Good God, that's true. And fuck, what's that guy's name? Malcolm's dad. Malcolm's dad is just awesome as Walter White.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta love shows
Bryan
where you
Cranston.
watch dudes become vicious bastards.
Yeah.
Or movies where you watch dudes become vicious bastards. Or you realize that they were vicious bastards the whole time.
Yeah.
Like Falling Down.
God, that's such a good movie.
Oh man, I can stand behind this dude. Oh wait, no, he's actually an angry psychopath. Oh gosh.
But the best thing about that is he's a psychopath. And he's got a lot of fucking messed up stuff, but nearly every single thing, you can completely see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
It's like when the first time when he goes in to buy a soda, like a can of soda for 50 cents, so he can have 50 cents to use the payphone outside. And the dude's fucking raised the price of soda to the point where he will not get enough change to use the payphone. And granted, it's like hottest day of the year, and he's already kind of like irked a little bit. Because his wife is having his daughter's birthday and he's not there for it because they got divorced.
But he's also divorced because he's like an angry, creepy dude.
Yeah, but you don't find that out.
Yeah, you don't find that out to the spoiler alert.
But he starts flipping shit on this dude, and then smashing the guy's stands.
That's the cool part, because you're behind this dude and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna rally behind this dude. Holy shit, he's scary. And fucking, what is it, Robert Duvall? Is that the guy who's like the retired...
Robert Duvall's the cop, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas, the main
fucking
dude.
shows up, saves the day.
Yep.
Kind of, actually.
Yeah.
It's fucking great, though.
But it's like in the scene where he goes in the restaurant to get breakfast, and they stop serving breakfast.
Yeah, it's been 5 minutes or some shit.
So he orders the burger, and the burger comes, he's like, what is this
Shit.
miserable squashed thing? And starts like pointing to the picture and talking about the burger, and then people are still like just getting really angry at him, like telling him, calm down, sir, when you just stop all this, you can just get this and this. And he pulls out the Uzi from the bag of guns he came across when a drug deal went bad. Yeah. And he was like, alright, and starts freaking out, and he accidentally pulls the trigger and shoots up into the ceiling. He's like, yeah, okay, I didn't mean for that to happen. And he's like, it feels like a real dude caught up in quite literally the heat of the fucking moment.
The thing I can't believe is that that's the same director who made Batman Forever.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
It's Joel Schumacher.
I'm pretty sure.
Made Falling Down.
I'm pretty sure.
That tension-filled, drastic movie about the crumbling, psychotic dude. Like, this same dude did Batman Forever.
Alright. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna fucking check that shit out.
Welcome to IMDb, a website where you can answer questions like, did that guy that directed that one movie that was good also direct a movie that was made of poop, made of human feces, stuck together in the shape of Batman?
Joel Schumacher.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Holy click on Joel Schumacher's name. Make sure it's the right Schumacher. Oh, sweet. Sweet Christ.
Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
He also did Phone Booth
And the Phantom of the
Phantom
Opera.
of the Opera.
And didn't he also write The Wiz? On a list of retarded trivia. That I think is also.
Yep. The Wiz.
Yep.
Screenplay of the movie The Wiz.
Well,
So that's what that movie is.
Holy shit.
you're telling me this dude did Falling Down and then did number 23?
Well, we can see that
Oh
it
my
just
God.
it did not get better with age. You had to drink that shit when it was fresh, or it got sour fast.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't.
God.
I don't know.
Sometimes-
Even in Broken Clock, it's right twice at the end of the day. You know.
Eat what?
The dude is.
Even the broken clock return. Calm down, Bill Cosby.
With the Jello pudding.
I'm not gonna break that out.
What was it like? We tried doing like Bill Cosby, but like we were someone was failing. It was you or me. It was like Bill Cosby turning into someone. It was Bill Cosby turning into Toki Wartooth. With the Jello pudding,
was-
I'm gonna kill those dwarves. It was awful.
God.
But yeah, it's weird how like directors will turn around on a dime almost and go, look at this shit.
It's. I mean, like. Hopefully, that's not how Ridley Scott's going. But
Really skit.
I mean, he's
Ridley,
doing.
what? Did you see Prometheus?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Prometheus of shit.
Did he do Prometheus?
Yeah.
Was that Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna do a Blade Runner 2, and he's gonna do.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Oh my
And I'm pretty sure it's gonna have Harrison Ford in it too.
Oh my God.
He's gonna do it's gonna have Rector Hauer in it.
I don't know.
Is it gonna have Rector Hauer in it? I'm
God.
excited.
I-
It does. I like Blade Runner. I
And
don't think
also,
there needs
he's
to be a
going to
sequel.
do a sequel to Prometheus,
And he's already come out and said there's going to be no xenomorphs in the
Yeah.
Prometheus sequel.
and he's also
'Cause that
doing
makes sense.
Exodus. You know,
So what's he
with
gonna?
Christian Bale as Moses.
I've seen the trailer for that. It looks weird.
God.
It does. It does look weird.
Now, granted, I fucking love Blade Runner.
Oh
That
yeah.
was actually one of my first steps into the noir genre when I was younger.
Oh yeah. It's
But that's
tops.
make it a sequel to that, really?
That's one of the few movies.
Or is
you
it
should
it's
never,
gonna be a
ever
sequel
touch
or a
for
prequel?
sequel. I'm pretty sure it's a sequel.
I hope that he just abandons that idea because I don't want to see that happen.
And see, it's going to be awful because back in the day, the special effects, they kind of went with the vibe of the movie. Like that, like, kind of damp underbelly of the city with the constant steam coming up from the vents.
Hard
Him
tech.
sitting at the fucking, the booth of that, stand, of the fucking noodle stand and shit like that. And it being just, like,
It
fucking
felt-
clear plastic coats and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it felt hard. It felt raw.
Yeah.
It felt like you're
Yeah.
a groundling in this huge.
It influenced other movies for years.
It
It
was
was
like-
still influencing.
it was grit futuristic.
It was.
Oh, so good.
But not like so grit to call itself gritty futuristic where they
Spit
go
out
too
grit,
far over
because
it.
you've been eating the road. Grit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I love. I mean, Ridley Scott did some other stuff, didn't he? Also did Gladiator, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
also did.
Robin Hood.
He also did Robin Hood, and he
Kingdom
also
of
did Kingdom
Heavens?
of Heaven, which is like a
Heavens?
weird. It's also that's a weird trilogy.
It-
It's not a trilogy, but I think of it as like a trilogy because they're fictional movies that take place in historical, like real life historical times, and they follow through this kind of weird like liberation themes through all of them, where like Gladiator starts with like giving the power of the government back to the people, and then like being kind of being free by that and some shit, and then like fucking Kingdom of Heaven comes along and they're like, it's about like people believing what they want to believe and having a place to come and like be free to like believe what they want to believe. And then Robin Hood's kind of like both of those, but also like, you know, just be having a free life period and just flat out. And it's like weird because all of those movies kind of like flow in this kind of theme. Also Kingdom of Heaven practically like is almost like running on the heels of Robin Hood because Robin Hood takes place like King Richard went that way and then he dies, and in the end of Kingdom of Heaven like King Richard was like, I'm going to go that way, like so like basically you get to see him at the very very beginning of the trip before he's even left England, and then you get to see him at the very very end of the trip when he gets shot through the throat with a crossbow.
Now, see, one of the best things Schumacher could have done was go through with the sequel to Gladiator.
You mean Ridley Scott?
Ridley Scott. Whoever the fuck we're talking about now. But you remember that?
It's Ridley
God,
Scott.
yeah, that fucking sequel idea. I don't believe that. I gotta see that. I gotta see the script on that shit. That shit sounds like it's made up.
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
Pixar didn't happen.
The big thing was that Ridley Scott, and the guy who wrote the first Gladiator, got the idea to do a sequel to Gladiator. It would have opened up with Maximus in Hades, fighting his way out of Hades, gaining immortality while
Some
fighting
God
his
of
way
War
out.
shit right there.
Yeah. And then being around and alive and there on the field for every single war that the world's ever seen up to modern day, where he's working as like one of the premier tacticians in the Pentagon. Because the whole thing was going to be the Pentagon is like the New Age symbolism of the Roman Colosseum. And that was going to be like the whole thing.
God, just him walking around the Pentagon and looking around in that that inner field where you look around the thing and you hear like
The faint
fucking
chanting in the background?
Yeah, Maximus, Maximus, and like the fucking music and shit as he's looking around and someone like kind of snaps him to like like reality for a second, and like he might even drop a line in goddamn Roman, and they're like, what the fuck, like Italian or whatever, and they're like, what? And he's like, oh. In English, it's like, whatever. What did I say? What were we talking about? And then he like gets it straight, and they're like, "What the fuck? You're an old soul," is how someone would put it.
Yeah.
But they don't know that he's a fucking immortal who's just killed a bajillion dudes. God, that'd be the best movie.
Highlander.
And then there'd be a close-up of like his hand gently waving over the tops of wheat.
It's fucking. That's how every warrior does it nowadays.
God.
Love those wheat fields outside your home.
I was gonna ask if you guys had seen something recently, and I forgot what it was. It's gonna come to me soon now.
Soon, very soon.
I swear.
No, man, Joel Schumacher did have some good cast for his Batman movies, and by good cast, I mean for, like, Batman Forever had a good cast.
Yeah.
It's weird. I like Batman Forever more than Batman and Robin. I've thought about this. Mostly because it's trying to be a good movie. It is trying to be a good movie and, like, failing, but there's some aspects of it that kind of work. And, as much as Val Kilmer is such a whiny Bruce Wayne and, like, so tortured, there's parts of that I think is kind of cool. And, I like, the ridiculousness of Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun Riddler. Yeah.
It's funny because,
And Two-Face is great as with you could redo those
Tommy
two
Lee
villains with
Jones.
those two same actors
And
and
they'd
get a much better movie.
yeah, you could, because, like, we know Jim Carrey can do drama, and we know that, like, Tommy Lee Jones can just be serious and be judge, jury, executioner. Flip a coin, you shoot him in the face, if it fucking comes up tails. It's like, that's your motivation. And then you'll just do it. Seriously. Sorry. Blam! Blows your brains out.
Yeah.
You're dead.
That'd be perfect.
But you can kind of see hints of a good movie in that movie.
I would love to
Just
see, like,
never
the
made
most
it
fantastic
out
job
alive.
done with the trailers. What you do is, like, you get Jim Carrey and you get, like, Tommy Lee Jones to, like, read those poems that are at the end of Arkham Asylum, Serious House, and Serious Earth for, like, for teaser trailers or some shit.
Oh, that would be awesome.
How badass would that be? Because fucking Two-Face has two of them.
Holy shit.
Those are fucking
cool.
Yeah, those are fucking cool. Because, like, I don't think there's really been a movie to, like, delve into, like, how fucking disturbed some of Batman's villains really are.
Yeah.
Except for the Joker, but it's not like, oh, he's disturbed. It's, oh no, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
Like,
His viewpoints are disturbing. Not
his viewpoints are disturbing, like, not he's disturbed.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just ahead of the curve. My lips. He's just like, you're crazy. Look at my hands. I'm so wacky right now. God. Fucking motherfucker's just outright crazy. But yeah, we have yet to see, like, a Batman movie where it's like Batman's crazy and everyone that he fights is crazy.
Well, they just need to just say to hell with it and make a Batman movie that's centered around the idea of Arkham Asylum.
That would be a great movie.
Just so you
That'd
can
be
have
cool.
all the villains in there at once.
Oh yeah, they just need to make the Arkham Asylum, Serious House, and Serious Earth as their next Batman
If
movie.
They wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know if any, unless they had, like, Guillermo del Toro doing it, that like
Holy
because he
shit.
would do it with the same style as the comic.
It's so weird because he would do it with like a Spanish cast. It would still be the best Batman movie.
Yeah.
Un momento. I just said 1 minute. God damn.
But then, like,
1 minute.
Guillermo del Toro's designs for the Scarecrow.
Yes.
Or Killer Croc.
Yes.
Or Clayface.
Croc looks like
Good
he should be
lord.
slugging Ron Perlman in the face. Like, you're just gonna see Croc and you're like, you belong in a Hellboy movie. I totally approve. Best movie ever. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm masturbating right now.
But then if we had Del Toro, he would get fucking Ron Perlman to do Clayface's voice. Which would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, he would. Ooh, Scarecrow would be creepy, and everyone would hide. Everyone fucking run. This guy's made of straw, and he's really bad.
Was that the Batman comic where Batman sees Scarecrow
Batman
the
sees
one
Scarecrow,
time
and Batman just
hides
fucking
from him?
hides. Batman saw Scarecrow in this comic, and Batman was just like, fuck no. And he hid. He hid with, like, the door cracked, and the guy walked by and turned in his direction, but kept walking along, dragging a pitchfork, and it's like, and Batman was like, Batman was horrified by this dude. Horrified. That also has one of the best comic book endings I've ever fucking seen for a Batman comic. I don't want to spoil it though, so I can't say. But anyone who's read it is like, fuck yeah.
It's a cool ending. Yeah.
Another really good one is fucking Long Halloween.
Yes.
That was a good
yes. That is that's one of my man, it's hard for me to choose between those two. But I really like the both of them. There's a lot of quality Batman stories.
Yep.
Like
Fucking,
Dark Knight Returns.
Oh,
It's funny, my dad was talking about stuff that, like, there's, like, my dad saw some weird video, he's telling me about it, he's like, this is a video I watched, it was weird, it was, like, stuff that DC wants you to forget about Batman, and one of the things that apparently was there was, like, they want you to forget that Batman, like, the Joker made Batman laugh, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And
That's
Dad starts talking about the thing, and I'm like, that's the Killing Joke, no one's gonna forget that.
Yeah.
Like, no one is going to forget the Killing Joke. That was, like, horrific. And one of the Joker's, like, highlight, look how fucking evil and crazy he is moments. And it's also implied that maybe he was killed. And Batman was just like, that's hilarious. And then murdered the Joker right there. Like, just like, that's fucking funny. You're dead. Only unlike Superman. Superman would have been like, oh no, what have I done? And Batman was like, you fuck.
God. That's one person they'll never be able to really get correct in a movie.
Superman?
Yeah.
Oh man, they did it once with Christopher Reeve,
Yep.
long time ago, 1979, and then they never did it right since. They never did it right since because people missed the fucking boat on Superman. Here's what happens, kids, if you don't know. This guy shows up, his name's Superman, he's barely killable. It's just like nothing hurts him. And everyone was like, oh no, he's a boring character because he's super invulnerable. First of all, there's lots of super hard to kill, impossible to kill dudes that everyone still wants to go see movies about and shit. So it's not obviously a failing of the powers, it's a failing to tell an interesting story revolving around that character and or his world. It's a failure in story writing. If you can't make a movie where I'm engrossed in what the character is trying to achieve or what's going to happen to the characters around this character, then it then it doesn't matter if he's invulnerable or if he can like turn into the moon or what. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you can't make people interested in what's happening, that's just
It just proves Hollywood just wants to choose, oh no, he might die, as
like,
every kind of conflict for every movie.
If you have a dude that's invulnerable, death doesn't necessarily have to be the stakes that you have to somehow try to contrive a thing to introduce. Like, there's plenty of characters who could still fail and still be alive.
Yeah.
Like, there's
as long as
plenty
there's
of those.
still... As
like,
there's...
I mean, what are you gonna do? Throw Wolverine into a vat of, like, fucking...
Boiling acid?
Boiling acid. Or
acid!
Or a pit of lava? Like, but seriously, if you're fighting Wolverine in a movie and, like, what are you gonna do that's gonna actually stop Wolverine? How are you gonna make it tension-filled? Well, that's just it. Wolverine being dead or alive, regardless, you won't die. So basically, will Wolverine fail to save the day is the question.
Yeah.
It becomes a battle of, like, almost attrition. Like, can I hold him off long enough to where we win by, like, virtue of the time running out? Yeah. Like, there are plenty of ways to do that with Superman. Just gotta fucking tone down his powers a little bit and you know, make the situation...
Give him challenges he can't solve with his powers.
Yeah, give him challenges that would be incredibly difficult to solve with his powers. Or just make the man fucking likable. How about that? Stop making him like a weird... Yeah, stop making him like a weird alien dude. I mean, I know he's from space, but he grew up in fucking the middle of the United States of America, eating apple pies, and he went to high school. Come on now. There's gotta be something human about this dude.
Bring in a villain for Superman other than fucking General Zod or Lex Luthor.
Yeah, like
It's
Lobo
weird,
or
yeah.
Doomsday.
It's weird. He doesn't quite have enough villains, but he does. Like you could do.
He has a shit ton of villains, but not really.
You could do like Metallo and Brainiac and Parasite.
I really want to see Doomsday.
Oh yeah, okay. Doomsday and Darkseid would be cool too. But yeah.
Doomsday would be cool
alright.
for a spectacle, but Doomsday is like just silly.
Yeah. But I mean, it'd be just like fucking Thor, where it was the Destroyer.
The Destroyer. Well, you know.
Yeah, what am I saying? If Marvel movies can do like Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah, I was gonna say if Marvel
Thor
movies can
movies.
pull off obscure dudes, then I think a new DC should hopefully be able to pull off obscure dudes.
Yeah.
So how much faith do we have in the new Superman versus Batman movie?
Very little.
Yeah.
I've got a decent amount. Just for the whole Batman side of it.
Yeah, I think that would be the most interesting part. But the fact that they're
Because
also
that
going to...
motherfucker's come a long way when it comes to acting. And I think he could
Ben
kind of like,
Affleck?
yeah, I think he could take up that mantle
I
and do something respectable with
I
it.
respect him as Batman. I'll admit, I think he could do a great Batman.
And I love the fact that the fucking outfit is based on the Frank Miller
And
comics.
it looks like that's cool. The Batmobile looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
It's really kind of just the Arkham Asylum one, but fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
But no, the fact that they're also going to be introducing like Aquaman and Cyborg and possibly the Flash and Wonder Woman
God
in this
damn,
movie
this is
as
just
well.
Like, it's like, feels to me like DC's trying to jump the shark. They're just trying to be like, we're trying to skip to the Avengers stage.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, man, that takes years, and you're going to make separate movies for everybody and make those movies at least somewhat decent.
As long as they bring back Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern.
Oh, man, I hope so. That would be great. And by
His
great,
movie
I mean, that would be
career is
poison.
haunted.
His movie career is his movie career is fucking like that's. I'm sorry, but the Green Lantern film is quite literally like poison.
I haven't even seen it, but just nothing he's done has really made any kind of success. Like,
It's kind of bad.
yeah,
It's bad.
Even if he's a cool
It's
dude,
awful.
and he's probably
Bane.
like kind of a good actor, it's everything he's done is kind of just sucked.
Yeah.
At least not done well. Hopefully the Deadpool movie works. You know.
Fuck, man, I'm hoping so.
I think that might be where it's like, there you go, you found your calling.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
That's where Ryan Reynolds can be Ryan Reynolds in a Ryan Reynolds movie, but it works.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Listen to us talk about movies and books and
Kinda
slowly
ramble on, yeah.
delving into comic books. But either way, we hit a lot of pretty good points. But, like I said, thank you for joining us for yet another Ordinary Men Who Fight Like Heroes podcast. And remember, I'm the best there is at what I do. But what I do isn't very nice.